Boom. Well, I think my put printed from yesterday. I mean, from Monday. My Monday put printed because on Monday I saw that we made a lower high, right? And then Tuesday the same pattern was there, lower high, right? So if you're smart like me, have the smart pants on. Let me zoom out and see these highs. You see that sell signal is active in this place right now. MACD is definitely a false confirmation. That's scaring me that this sell signal is going to end. So I might have to buy, I might have to get rid of it at open. But you see this? You see what's happening since last week? This is where we are today. This is yesterday. This is Monday. It was sort of double top, but it's like lower than yesterday. And you see where we're coming from, right? This is when Trump decided to really to halt tariff pauses. So we've been going on a downward descent pattern. And yesterday the pattern was confirmed, and MACD is not good. It's not in good health for right here. So I might be 3 points in the money. Might. The market's getting really unpredictable compared to how I predicted the whole downturn. Like I said, when dealing with certainty or uncertainty, certainty is way better. Like certainty is 100 times better because you know where you are. You know what trade you need to make. And we're going to confirm this theory. We're going to go to the minute. We're going to confirm either certainty or uncertainty today by utilizing the regression sample on a 1 minute chart to see if we are under or above. I see the regression is here, but I don't know if this is weekly. I don't know what type of regression this is. Where's the regre? Where's the regre? This trend line breakout. Regression number 2. You want to do me? Da, 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 da. Where is it? Is that sample size? I mean, I think that is the way to do it. I just need to move this. It can't be 1-1. It got to be 30-day 1-1. Now I remember. Now we're gonna see the data where if we're currently an outlier or it's going to be bullish. Let's wait for all these days to fill in. Da, 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 da. Am I locked in on the chart? Da, 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 da. So yeah, my 536 puts might be $3 deep. Might be. And their expiration, their today expiration. So they might be serving cunt in this motherfucker right now. All right, we seem to be. You see where we are, right? Hey, we are near the upper bound of regression. And that's not good because there's no other red line. Stop it. Let's go back here. It's a really bullish signal today. Let me check. Stop moving it. Don't piss me off. Let me see it. Stop. I give you more than enough time to load already. Jesus Christ. MACD is turning red. It might be. There might be no need to expeditedly get the puts out of there. It might be, baby. Let's see what we got. See, that's the regression outlier right there. That's the outer band at 504 on the underside. It's under, it's under, it's under, it's under. Are we going to hit outside of it? Let me see. I got to do something to this regression. Hold on. I got to make that line, upper fib line, the extremities, make them thicker or something. Upper band, make this shit thick. And make this shit green now. Yeah, white. White at the top. White at the top and thick lower band. Where is it? And yeah, let's make them white so that they're easier to see, because I got way too many red lines up in here. Now we gotta wait for all of this to load again. Da, da, da. There we go. We're almost about to have a bearish signal. We're almost about to have a bearish signal on the 30 right here. You see where we are? If we go up today, that it's very unlikely we go up today based on the sell signal at open. Where is it? Yeah, you see where it is? So we're basically center. This is what I call uncertainty. When you're writing the center of the regression line for this long, it becomes real difficult to predict because the data is normal. You got normal data. Every price point since on a 30-day band on a minute has been normal or turned normal since all that time ago. Let me check the underside. Okay, here in the 8th, we were bullish. You see it, right? The 8th, we were really bullish. 8th, we were bullish. That regression line stands. I'm pretty sure the regression, the angle of the regression changed too since then, but for documenting purposes, we were underneath. So all of this was bullish. It's a pretty big bullish signal right here. And then it crossed up. Boom. See that? Boom. When Trump did the 90-day pause, pow. And we've been normal ever since. Straight normal. 30 days of normality. We're like dead center on the average, bro. Dead center on that motherfucker. But I mean, center, center, center. I have no way of telling you if the market is going up or it's going down because we're dead center of this shit. You see where we are? At the end, not here. Here is sort of on the upper end. It's trying to creep back up. But if we go right here, the center line is about 525 right here. 522, and look where we are. Could probably do puts more. Based on the signal, I'm going to open another put for Friday. Based on this, cloud, whatever happens today, right? Remember my rule, right? Bearish, bullish, bearish. Bullish, bearish, bullish. So whatever happens during the day don't matter. What matters is what's happening pre-market. So pre-market's being bearish, so we're going to open another put for Friday right here. Just in case. Just in case. This one's for today. There's no Friday weeklies? What's the fuss going on? There's no. Oh, it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday. I forgot about that. It is Good Friday. All right. Yeah. So let's do 21st next week, right? 21st. Let's do Monday puts from today. I mean, the stock market gonna be closed after tomorrow, right? Stock market closed Friday, right? Let me check. Stock market closed Friday. 18th. Yep. Good Friday, baby. Give me myself some fish. Some fish and chips. It's gonna be a real boring day. At least this is gonna be open, so I'll be able to work here. I gotta get here early. Spend most of my day here trying to make that money. So let's do a put for next week. Let's do it. Let's do put because the market only got one day. It's not going to swing and turn bullish between today and tomorrow. The trend is not going to be bearish within one day and Good Friday. So it's going to be bearish Monday. Let's do puts ITM at 533. Yeah. That's 533 puts. Let's do 534 puts by 10 of them. Green by 10. Market. Open this. Baby. If we hit 480 this year, bro. Oh, baby. All right, 9:30 puts are set for Monday. The party started. Party has started, so now all we're doing is waiting the hour and a half here. Ooh, that's a big wig down. Happened a few minutes ago. And that's not good either because it looks like that's all demand. Hold on. Yeah, all these wicks have been fucking demand. That's not good. That's really bullish momentum. So it might just today. But I mean, it's fine. If 9:30 decides to spike, 5:30 decides to spike past 534, you know, towards this upper white line, then fuck it. I'm still locked in the puts. So yeah, let's wait. Let's open a 30. We already did our trades. We got to close trades and open. I gotta remind myself on that. Let me crank up the volume here. Oh, I made a surfing video yesterday. I have a few surfing images of me bodyboarding that I found in the internet, and I recognize it's me because it's the same brown custom X bodyboard. I had a couple of them. There was like a brown and red one, a brown and yellow one, a brown and orange one. There was a couple. There was a white one that someone gave me in the trip. I was young, and I'm gonna show you that shit now, so you guys enjoy that motherfucker. Give me a second. Let me pull the shit up. TikTok, bro. I'm like I started playing with TikTok AI, utilizing my image, and over and over and over again, AI understood what I wanted. I'm like, no, that's not right. It made really funny AI videos of me surfing the wave. I'm hold on. So my bodyboard out of the shit like my over. Yeah. Yeah. Bruh, that motherfucking shit right there. It's this guy right here, bruh. It's this guy right here. You have no idea what I did in that wave. And even in the shitty one, how I flew. I mean, remember, I talk about flying 30 feet, right? That's how I flew 30 feet. Not in that wave, but in another bullshit wave with a broken bodyboard. You know, that was like the end of my performance thing. That was the last little bit of pro shit, and then I turned kind of soft and mushy and started riding on my knee, and I became a little pussified. And another thing too, I spent 360 years, like 380 days surfing every day, and I didn't found big enough waves. Like it was a full year that the shit was flat, or I was in the wrong coast, and I didn't have access to bigger waves. So I just took him to the face, started riding with my knee, like a little drop knee, get barreled in it, like, you know, surfing, actual surfing, stand up bodyboarding or drop knee bodyboarding. That's it. But before, I was aggressive as a motherfucker. And even doing that brought a lot of hit. Hawaii came back, bro. Hawaii came back to my beach. I remember seeing Jamie O'Brien walk the coast with his longboard. And I'm looking at him and he's looking at me. He's like, "Oh, there you are. That's so tiny." I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I got. Like, there's nothing else." His eye was like, "Damn, I know. I see him riding, but it's so little. I'm not gonna be able to find anything." And I think he went over there to try to ride something, and I think he caught a couple, but he left. But they came back with cameras. Jamie came back with cameras, and one of the mornings that was sort of good. We were showered as fuck. I was riding a foot to the rock like this, like 6 foot high, 6'7", into the rock, and the cameras came out because I was riding drop knee in that. I was basically skinning the game, bro. Like, do backside drop knee and shit on the bow, 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 holding the rail like, yeah. By myself too. Spent a whole year by myself up in that ocean. People came and left, but I was the consistent one. I was the good one. Lots of pictures taken of me drop knee too. Basically they all have my footage. All these people have my footage. So online I could only find individual, basically you start bodyboarding, surfing, right? And you start looking through images till you find a custom X bodyboard. Because nobody likes it. Nobody writes that shit. That's me. You know, that's me. That's me or Bobby Quiñones or which he's black. Then it's Costa Verde, which he's bald, the guy from Hawaii. Nobody else writes that shit. It's just three guys. Nobody else writes custom. And looking for the bodyboard, extreme waves, big waves with a custom X. That's a real special brand. It's small. It's not global. It's not. It's not a brand that everyone likes those bodyboards. So you just look for the bodyboard and you find yourself. Basically, it's how that motherfucking shit works. So I found the brown one. And the Viper fans too. It's like, no, that's it. That's me right there. Like 2 and 2. Like, oh, that's the fin. That's the body. That's me. Forget about it. They're not gonna there's nobody else. There's nobody else that's me up in the internet in a Google search. It was one in a video, and I ran the oldest hell video. It would be 17 years, more than probably like 18 years since that video came out. Because I found myself on Vimeo. Vimeo. How long? ChatGPT. Hold on. ChatGPT. How long has Vimeo come out? How long has Vimeo been public? No, 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 no. It's not new. It's old. It's not the Vimeo. It's not the 2021. There's something. It was a video that was like 17 to 18 old, and it was in Tahiti. Yeah, 2004. So it matches basically at the inception of video of Vimeo. I found a clip that they used me for another surf video, and it was Tahiti. So I was in the motherfucking mix. There was lots of people, of course. You know, it wasn't a public branded video. It was like a private personal video of a few surfers, and they were riding Tahiti, and there I am, and that motherfucker. That's how I found myself. I see it now. I'm like, yo, that's me. Fuck it, that's me, without a doubt. That's a Custom X bodyboard. Who gave him that board? It's one of a kind. That color was one of a kind. That colorway is private. That's a private board. That board came out of a box of body boards. Like that sword came out from a private stash. There was a couple, and I gave out a couple. I gave Pure Lucas this, the brown and red one, but there was a brown and orange one, brown and yellow one, brown and red one. There was three brown ones. They were trying to stop me from riding waves, bro. When we traveled, they were trying to injure me, to make me sick. They put a bag over my head. They were trying to drug me. They stole my money. They were trying to stop what I was doing. The Puerto Ricans are retarded, bro, when it comes to trying to stop you from having fame. And they were bending over and getting raped and shit. They were taking dick in the ass. Males taking dick in the ass to take attention from myself towards them to make money. Serious, but I mean degenerate behavior. Degenerate fucking behavior. And then they were lying to people that just met me. Oh, we're his family, we're his friends. I'm his cousin, I'm in this and that, just to enter my private residence or my private hotel room to steal all the clothes they gave me, surfboards they gave me, money they gave me, watches. They gave me watches. All that shit out the door thanks to these fucking spics. Serious, bro. But there's still some. Miramax Weinstein Productions still has my video. I ended up in a Hollywood movie. Who filmed me? Harvey Weinstein. Who was with me when I was being filmed in Tahiti? Harvey Weinstein. Who was also with me? Oprah Winfrey. So between Oprah and Harvey, bomb, motherfucker. And then Kelly came through out of nowhere. Oh, eating the same thing. Ellie came out the kitchen in Tahiti. Oprah's like, here you go, honey, chicken and tomatoes and fruits and all this types of shit, like a big bowl of chicken and salad like that. That's what I like eating. A ginormous salad with chicken, and then Kelly comes and sits with me, and I start riding with Kelly, and then me and Kelly leave like that. We leave Tahiti. I end up in the North Shore. I leave from the North Shore to California. In California, like from Oahu. Eric Costin's like, oh, I know you. You're from PR. I'm like, yeah. What's up, Papa? We're just talking. Pulls out the skateboard and I ride it. I do a heel flip first try. Boom, boom. On the asphalt in Oahu. I leave with Eric Costin to California. I end up with Costin, with Tony, with Shaun White. I end up traveling with Tony Hawk and Shaun White when he was a baby. I end up with Jim Greco, Jamie Thomas, Alyssa Steamer. I end up bumming, skateboarding for real on the street, doing shit. Leave with Tony. to go snowboard with Sean. Come back. Kelly Slater comes back. What are you doing? Let's go back. I was looking for you. Oh, back to Hawaii. Like that. That's how I lived it. The whole thing. Back and forth. And back to Hawaii. Then I leave with Andy Irons, and we're like this, basically jet lag. Back with Andy Irons in the ocean again, in Tahiti. Ride with him in Tahiti. Like that. That's how I did it, bro. I traveled the whole fucking world. And it started with a very simple trip to Canary Islands. It started nice and simple. The same bitch that started drugging me, right? Because she was drugging me. She was packing heat. She wanted to get some international fame, and she was drugging me to try to stop me from doing things. And me, Kelly Slater, and Michael Stewart are looking in Canary Islands at this ginormous freaking wave that she would not go in. Remember, she's a model. This Argentinian girl, Natasha Sagardia, drug trafficker, turned to a drug trafficker later on. So we're standing there. Natasha's with some fucking foreigner from Canarias talking shit on the microphone. And I'm sitting there with Kelly and Mike Stewart, like, are you gonna ride it? It's cold. Kelly was like, I dare you to. And I'm like, what? I dare you to. Yeah, go ride it. I'm like, all right. So I suit up, jump in Canary Island. It was a 20-footer. The whole shore was a 30-foot rock wall. The whole shore. Basically, when the sea sucked up, 33 stories of stone. You have to wait for a huge wave that consumed a 25-foot area of rock to then climb on top of it and get out. I rode a big wave there, bro. I remember looking at the white of their eyes, bro, coming down from that wave. Like, 1, 2, boom. Woof. The ceiling was like 9 feet. The lip of the barrel was 9 feet above me from my head. And elbow to head, I'm like 4.5 feet. I'm not too tall, but I'm not too short either. So 3 plus 10, 3 plus 9 or 10 is 13-foot barrel from a 20-foot wave. It was 20 feet, but a fucking tunnel, like boom, boom, boom. And I'm looking at them. They still like that. They're looking at me go down, and I look at them like, what's up? Pow, 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 pow. Came out like nothing. And we passed out. Then from Canaria, we ended up in Oahu. Then from Oahu, we hung out a little bit. Kelly tells me to stay at Velzy Land, which is, it's Pipeline, right? Pipeline was kind of small, but the locals are kind of a little bit knuckled up, you know? Locals in Oahu are a little bit knuckled up, so he told me to stay in Velzy. And Velzy is the corner of Off the Wall and Pipeline. So you're basically looking at Pipeline from where you're surfing. He's like, stay here. And it was 10 times shallower than Pipeline. And Kelly got in with me, rode a couple waves. Then we went to the pipe house, and he put my name on the wall. Like, he put my name on the chart, like on pen, like a visitor. My name, Enrique D. Roman, on it. We ate rice and fish and shark fin. Our actual shark fin. Shark fin, which is illegal to do, is used to season the rice with a fishy taste. So shark fin in the rice and everything, too. Actual shark fin in the rice. Eat rice with them or whatever. And then we went to another trip. We ended up in Tahiti. There, again, the same bitch was there. The Argentinian bitch was there, but the attention was more on me because Harvey was already there. Oprah was already there. And the rest is history. You know, like, it was from there, and then from Tahiti back to California, the snowboard with Sean and skateboard, do incredible things on the skateboard and in the snow, then come back. And all this ended because they didn't care about other people stealing from me. All this ended. Everything ended because informants were informing my family of my location. So the same enemies of mine in life that need trigger pulling for theft, for exposing their bare ass to get raped, to get money from people, you know, prostitute themselves at a male prostitute level, and females too. just to take money from you, just to claim they're your family or they're your friends, just to steal merchandise or product. They got themselves in my room. They got themselves close enough so that strangers that just met me assumed that they were close to me, but they were not. So they also, by mistake, got hold of the footage of several, not Harvey Weinstein's footage, because that was filmed on cameras, on certain pictures or whatever. They sort of, try to dispose of the evidence that I existed as a pro sport personality. Um, they continued. We didn't care. I didn't care. I'm the star, you know. I hooked up with Olivia Munn, Superwoman. I almost hooked up with Britney Spears, and me and Olivia we got pretty heated. We got hot and steamy in the North Shore, bro. Like I left with Olivia Munn after surfing Pipeline, right? And we started kissing at the beach, like in the ocean. I'm like, hey, I know you. I swam up real close to her and I kissed her and she kissed me back. And we were almost getting naked in someone's yard, like that. That's how it was. Almost getting naked with Olivia Munn at the North Shore. And people were saying, hey, what are you guys doing back there? Like that. Just trying to hide to make out. And, well, and then she ended up getting an apartment and spent a little time with her. But I moved on quickly because I had to get on the plane and continue my career, continue what I had to do. All of this ended with my family appearing at the North Shore. That's where they fucked up, because that's all they know how to do. My family has always intervened when I'm at the apex, at the peak of something new. Always. They never failed in interrupting or being present wherever the heck I'm at in the world to take me home, to cry and beg, to then kick me out on the street once I'm home. You see what I mean? That's basically what they did. Right? You're a star, you're a professional. You spent 190 days of corporate credit card money. You've been back and forth with professional skateboarding celebrities, back and forth, bum, 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 bum. And then your mom comes to beg, oh, my, so that then 90 days later, you're on the street. 90 days later, you're kicked like a dog to the street to sleep on the curb, just to ruin my plans. My father is guilty of this. My mother is guilty of this. And me, young, young, trusting my parents, didn't know until I grew up that they were just trying to stop me from succeeding. They were trying to stop. Every time I reach a new height, life changing money or a real good career, they would topple it down. They would take me down. They would come find me. They would get in between. They would intervene. And what they're doing, and what they ended up doing, is turning me into wasted talent, like the NBA. It's like having a mother that you go to a NBA combine, right? And you're running, you're playing basketball, you're having 20 on 20, teams are watching you, and your mom don't want to take you to the combine so that you don't go play basketball, you know, or try to smear you there, talk shit at you there, or you have a game, you have a contest to go to, and she don't want to take your father don't want to take you to it, just trying to turn me into wasted talent, and I turned into wasted talent thanks to my parents. Real wasted talent because I had real talent. And Oprah saw me fly the 30 feet too. Oprah was at that beach when I flew the 30 feet. At the end of everything, after she took me to Tahiti, after we went and did all that, after all that, she was there. She pulled up He's like, there you are. Boom, red as a tomato over the coconuts. Boom. I was performance. I was pro. She took the picture. There's no ocean in sight. Just me and a bodyboard in the air like, shot. No ocean in sight. The angle where she took the shot was in this. You know, the angle that she shot my picture in the air wasn't like this, wasn't like this, wasn't like this, wasn't like this, was about here. So imagine someone from the beach taking a picture from 80 yards away up that way. That's how high I was. I seen the flash and everything. Boom. Who was that? Oprah. Oprah at the beach. Hi, how you doing? Doing good. Hi. Haven't seen you in a while. Oprah Winfrey. And she fed me in Maui too. I went to her home. I remember in the trip when I was young, she gave me like okra, a little soup, a little chicken. Spent a little time with that lady. The Oracle. The real Oracle. And her backyard is one of the biggest waves in Hawaii, Jaws. She lives, technically, her backyard is the biggest wave of the world. The biggest one in Hawaii, like 60, 70 feet out back compared to Portugal. Oh, parents, the lesson is that, I did what I did. But I found out as I grew older that my parents were only trying to stop me from my hard work. So I reach a new height, come back home. 90 days later, 6 months later, you're on the street again. You're begging your parents for money. You're like, hey, Dad, can I come to you? Go to your dad. Every 6 months, they would kick me out. So not only did they ruin my talent, they not only did they turn me into wasted talent, but they were also involved in trying to ensure that I was nothing. And that's why I became a doctor. That's why I became a doctor, because they couldn't get involved in that. And I know they tried. I know they were calling the university, because in their mind, they thought I didn't deserve the doctorate the same way I didn't deserve pro sports. Spending thousands of dollars swiping corporate brand credit cards like stop, go in. The box of boogie boards, my bag, all this shit. Kelly behind me, Indy Irons behind me. Swipe. They wanted to stop that. And I would have done fine. I would have been fine. I would have grown up and probably would have won a contest. Maybe $50,000. Maybe a little more. Because I was the best. I was the best. Compared to the rest of the kids now today, my type of caliber is not there anymore. Contests are ran with smaller waves compared to where I was at. So if kids now are trying to compete here, adults want to compete bodyboarding at this level, I was up here already. I came out of Puerto Rico this big, maneuvers in waves this big, just boom, 30 feet, bow, performing Red Bull shit. But families sometimes have ulterior motives, self-preservation, right? Egos that unfortunately I crushed. Real egos. I crushed their egos so bad. I don't know why they behaved the way they did, because they had the pro sports in their household. You best bet Kelly Slater was in my house. You best bet Indy Irons was in my house, talking with my father and everything. But they had no real intentions. They had no good intentions. My parents had no heartfelt, real intentions with the direction of my life. That's why they took that talent that started at 13 years old and threw it in the trash. Because they wanted me back in their house, so they had control. And in 6 months, I would be on the street again and again and again and again. And it would be 3-year blocks, 3-year breaks in which I had no home. 3 years on the street, and then take me back and then kick me out again. And then kick me out and then put me back, That was their intention. And now I'm 40 years old, I'm on the street again. But I'm a doctor. And they're not going to come get me because I destroyed their ego. I did what they did not want me to do. Because even education wasn't, they believed in their mind that I didn't even deserve education. That my hard work over 10 years did not matter. That, they don't care. Skeptic. They didn't care about my sports either. They didn't care much about my sports, but that's what parents do to kids. Instead, my suggestion is pay attention to what your kids are doing. Pay attention. Because they might hit a level that the world never going to see again. My level, never again. 3 people in the world, number 1 right here. Number 1 out of 3 at best that perform how I perform. And multi-sport. Multi-sport. Shaun White is good at 2 things. Snowboarding and skateboarding. I'm good at everything. Everything. When I flew, I meant it. When I jumped, I meant it. When I grabbed my board on a melon grab 15 feet from the ground, I meant it. But parents, when you're born in affecting your parents' egos, it's real difficult for them to accept reality. It's really difficult. And they were the reason why those enemies of mine were following me in the first place. They encouraged them to do what they did. To bend over, to get male sodomized, right? To sell themselves, to steal from me, to claim their family or friends or cousins, to stake money. Remember, I had piles of money in my room. Piles. I was getting paid. $6,000 right there, right on the dresser. And I didn't even care about that money because Kelly put it there just in case I needed food or something. And what I wanted more was sleeping. I slept a lot. Kelly would come through with $6,000 and put it right there on a nightstand. I'd be like, oh, money, nice. Go back to bed. Bring a board. Put a board in my room and everything. Board, T-shirts, brand new clothing, fresh tees, brand name stuff, put money there. It wasn't for the money. I wasn't sitting there, I wasn't like, oh, money, nah. Everyone around me just wanted that. Anyone that ever knew me from PR wanted to take what they were giving from me. They wanted to take that. That was their only intention, to take what they given me. The boards, the clothing, the money, talentless people. Fake it till they make it, people. Fake it till they make it. An illusion that they're successful when they're really not. They're just leeches with drug trafficking, prostitution in their life, drugs selling, all this, guns, power. They think that a gun gives them power. I defeated them. I crushed them when I was young, crushed them. And then later, they became sports personalities after they had already destroyed my career, connected to my parents. After they destroyed my career, then they became the social media superstar, the socialite, the pro sport personality. And where they got all those people to support them was through stealing from me. See that? So if they have a house in California, if they travel the world, if they have a home, a family, and cars to drive, it came out of my fucking ribs. It came off my talent. Never forget that. Never forget that, because this, we're going to show the screen again. We're going to show the screen again, because this is where I put respect on my name. This is where I put respect on my name, baby, right here. You see this, boy? That's my name. For yeah, right? Clear, right? Feel big, right? Feel big. That's who they wanted to be. That's who they. That's the man. They ruined his career. They ruined his life just so that they could take its place. They took the money, took the boards, took the clothes, so that years later, they are the sports personalities. They are the influencers. They are this and that. And what they had to do for it, get drilled in the asshole to make it. And me, natural born talent. They fake it to make it, prostitutes, drug dealers, drug trafficking, people with power with guns, and me, someone that since this little has been doing things that they will never commit to. Oh, because they think they're better. Of course you're gonna be better, you know? But you're not gonna be as best as I was at that moment, looking to take from me my money, looking to take from me my things. And my parents colluding with them was the worst part. Wasted talent. 100%. Wasted talent. Why? Because in their mind, I deserve to be nothing. Typical Spic household, typical Puerto Rican household. Americans value their kids' sports. They value the baseball that they play in Little League. They value touch football that they play in high school. They value basketball. They value all the shit. My American lifestyle is my mind, my values are completely different from theirs. And their values is taking their own son and throwing it on the street 6 months later for no reason whatsoever. 6 months. It takes 6 months. Every 6 months, there's an issue. And I'm 40 years old now, but every 6 months, there was an issue. The longest stretch that I could stay in my household was education, and I spent 10 years to become a doctor, and I couldn't be there no more because they were trying to kill me. Just because I was crushing their ego. I was crushing their success in life. It was incomprehensible. Their belief about what I was is not the real thing, and the mind goes crazy when you make up an illusion, right, of what your son or daughter is, and you stick with it. Oh, he's nothing. He's nobody. He's going to jail. He's a drug addict. He's this, he's that, and then it's the complete opposite. There's pure chaos up in their brain. They self-destruct. They start doing drugs, smoking weed. They break down. Why? Because up here, what they believed about someone is not true. And they internalize that shit. That's what they talk about other people about. That's the chisme, the gossip about them. Oh, I don't like my son. My son's never gonna make nothing. My son is never gonna do this. My son is never gonna do that. But you ruin his pro sport career. You see, you ruined his pro sport career, and he became a doctor in your face. That's all I gotta say about that. And now they're lunatics. They lost their fucking mind. They're old now. And they don't even want to think about what they did to me. They don't even want to think about what they did to me to try to take that from me, because that was my talent. I grew that. I germinated that, you know? I planted the seed, put the water in it, got better until I reached stardom. But in their mind, someone else is better. Someone else deserves it more, or someone else is better. See that? And you think that I forgot what I did too. That's the worst part too. Drugging me, plastic bag over the head, stealing from my room, coming into and coming to me across the globe in inappropriate moments. Oh no, but I want him home. Oh, with the motherfucking crocodile tears. Oh, mommy, no, don't let him here. Right, jealousy and shit. I did what I did, and the world recognized me for what I did. They still do. If not, when I was 25, the last time I spent some professional time in the water, 50 cameras wouldn't have come out because I didn't have to travel the world. The cameras come to me. If I go to the ocean, they're going to come. They're going to know I'm out there. They're going to pull up, telephoto this big, a scope this big, mira. Try to take a couple shots. The man's old. He's dying. That was the man back in the day. And they did. Hawaii's not going to forget me. They're going to forget me once I'm old. Once they can't do it anymore. Once the new generation doesn't know who I am. And that's it. That's the end of my legacy in the ocean. But 11-time world champion forgot. The second he locks eyes with me and that would be like, oh shit, there he is. Right? Jamie O'Brien is not going to forget. None of the people that were involved in my transition from just surfer to pro surfer ain't going to forget their effort in my life to be present, to come find me, to spend their time with me. Because I did that alone. You think I did it with other Puerto Ricans? That I was a pro surfer and I was hanging out with other Puerto Ricans and we became pro together? Nah. PR wasn't involved in any of my shit. Hawaii had to come from the other side of the globe to pay attention to what I was doing when I was a child. When I was 17, all of Hawaii came through. Everyone. Andy Irons brought everyone. Andy brought Mike Stewart, Jamie, Kelly. He brought everyone down to the PR to the beach. Put an eye to what this guy is doing. I was a boy. Look at what he's doing. Getting slotted like a motherfucker. Boom, 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 boom. And coming out like from the pocket like that. Serious, bro. Serious. Not a joke. Not a joke. Family has ruined me. But they couldn't ruin what was coming next. They couldn't stop me from having credit. They couldn't stop me from becoming a doctor. The second they start not being able to control, they go crazy. The second they start not being able to control, my parents went crazy. For real, forever. They're people that you can't communicate to. They lost their damn fucking mind. Hope you guys have a good day. I like the stream. The stream was pretty nice. I shall download it and save it just to make sure. Serious, bro. It's not a joke. It is not laughing matter. It is not laughing matter, baby. They didn't respect me enough as their own son to do what they did. They wanted other people to take my place. Other people, yeah, other people to serve you, to serve what you're doing. Other people are more needy, blah, blah, blah. And my talent in the garbage. My talent disclosed it, not him, not him. Only retards do that. I was raised by retards. A mother that's a retard, and a father that's a fuck that's worse than a regular retard. Straight retards. Both of them. No respect for what they did to me when I was young. I have love for them, you know? I have love for them. Because you always have to love your mother and their father, but they don't love me. They don't love me how they should have loved me or how I love them. So you come always to these realizations that you're giving too much of yourself to people that don't care. Like, why should I call my father knowing he keeps me in the street? Why? Why should I do that? Why? You know, why should I do that? Why should I pay attention to my father? Doing pretty good. We're $159 away from covering the loss of last month. It's doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Definitely had to cook up a storm. That video got me heated about my parents. Heated. Heated, baby. Heated. Can I do the pro sport thing again in the ocean? Probably. Probably I could do it. I just need to get up in the morning and do it every day. Somewhere where my parents are not. You know. By myself, try to not get bit by a shark. You know, try not to get bit by a shark, baby. Try to not get bit by a shark. Somewhere shallow, somewhere that has waves every day. So it's probably Puerto Rico. If I want to do it again consistently, it's probably a full year and more of looking for waves in PR by myself and then over there. Because if I go cold over there, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like it. The water is cold, the waves are big as hell. I'm not gonna be in condition. But if I spend a full year, 380 days, again, that's how I know my body. If I spend 380 days in the ocean every day, my body will get acclimated to the sun. I'll get caramel brown. My hair would turn blonde. My weight will drop. I would see tiny waves, little waves, bigger waves, big waves, biggest waves. Get drunk, go surfing, do what I need to do, get to the biggest, wait for the winter to hit, October, see the biggest, maybe 20 feet. And then at the end of that 380, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go take a plane ride. Let's get the fuck out of PR and then stay over there at that certain caliber. But without conditioning, uh-uh. Need conditioning to come back to how I was. It's been a minute. Although I did. When I went to North Carolina, I was active on a bodyboard, real active. Did an air reverse on a 50-inch bodyboard with no fins. So I was really aggressive up in that water. I was. So vacation to Hilton Head, South Carolina, when I had a little taste of the bodyboard. After so long, I'm still pretty active. Like, playing around at the beach. There was a couple waves. I was pretty aggressive for what I was doing. I was waiting for the wave. The body is this. I was waiting to catch a wave in a huge bodyboard that took most of my body size. I was waiting for the wave to curl and spinning this way. Bah! And I did. I ended up going, bam. Like my legs crossed, like up here. My legs crossed, my back arched, and I popped it. So I popped the body. If I popped the 50 into an air revo, there might be some in the tank. There might be something in the tank for me out there. I just gotta get acclimated to do it again. That's basically the only difficulty is going back every day, get tan, you know, get tan, get ready, shave. We gotta shave, get tan, and get ready. I think I could. Think I could. And all my heroes are going old too. That's probably the worst part about it, that we're not the same group anymore. Jamie is pregnant. Kelly, he's 54. He still might chase me to where I want to go, but but he's 54. So where we end up or where I end up or with him, his trips have slowed down, in my opinion. He's not traveling how he used to. And he was the first person to say, let's go. Kelly was the first, like that. Let's go. Quick. Move. Grab your shit. He was the first one that moved me around. So my heroes are slowing down. They're not just like me. Remember, I'm old. I'm 40 years old. I'm not young. It'd be the last time they see me barrel if we ever make it. Last time they catch me in a really fucking big wave too. Cause you know I'm going big like a motherfucker. I'm gonna just like look up to the ceiling like look at that. Look where I put myself into. Look at the barrel pull I pulled into today. Hold on, let me check if the no 604. Nope, they have not paid. The eye drop study did not pay shit other than the eye drop, and I don't know if I received the eye drops or not. Chugga 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 chung, dunk, dunk, chugga 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 dunk, 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 chugga 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 dunk. I'm looking to get paid for the eye drop study, but it's not there. Hold on. Let me email to these people. Incentive? Is there an incentive for the eye drop study? Chugga 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 dunk, 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 chugga 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 dunk, 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 chugga 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 dunk. Damn, I'm minus $4. That's not bad. Minus $4. That's not bad. That's not bad. El 18 queda aquí. So yeah, let's wait for the market to correct. Let's go back to stock market shit. Go back to stock market shit right now. Market's even lower. So let's wait. I'll sell at 5:30 the puts that I got today and get more puts at 5:30 as best as I could do it. Chorizo burrito. I'm gonna mute it up. I'll see you guys at 9:30 and see what happens to this market. I got puts and I'm getting more puts. My puts expired today, so they might have a lot of umph. Let me check. Let me check the puts I got. What the delta is. God damn. Negative 2,000 delta. You know what that means, right? You know what that means for those delta, right? That means they're deep in the money. That means my 20 puts for today, they're deep in the money, bro. They're deep in the fucking money. And there's still they have one full day in it. Yeah, they're today. Negative 2,000 delta. Let's see if I covered for the loss. Because they were negative $8,000, as you could see. Negative 2,000 delts. It's a lot of money. They might be deep in money. So we gotta close that as fast as we can at open. Gotta be like, yep, out the door, baby. Meow, 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 meow. 15 more minutes till market open. 15 more minutes. Crazy. What the heck you doing? What is that? What the heck is that? Ah, 25 minutes, baby. 25 minutes. Let's see what happens today in the stock market. It's going down. Wait, where's the. Tell me it's here now. 31. Where is this one? 31.54, the bottom. Wait. Hopefully we get a ding, ding, ding. Let's close the. Let's uh. Let's move this one to the green because the other one's already automatic. So got the put baby right here. Damn, I'm how many strikes in the money? One, two, three, four, five in the money. They're pretty good. I'm 5 points in the money, baby. That's moolah, baby. Da, 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 da. 100 million, baby. I'll see you guys at 10:16 as always. Bird, man. Thank you very much for the follow, turn lead. All right. let's see what we make out of this. Let's see if what we're looking for is at open this turn from negative 8,000 into something. To something. I mean, they're pretty red, bro. They're pretty fucking red. I might be closing in red today too. If in 1 minute, I think even with five in the money, I don't think they're gonna be saved unless the price of options is just low randomly today. To see where we are, I might be closing in motherfucking red. Let's see what happens. Itchy. 59 cents. 59 cents. It's not gonna jump up, bro. It's not gonna jump up unless it's 15 points on the dollar. Let's assume they're equal price. One, two. If the contracts went from $500 So $1,300, then maybe I will come green in the next 29 minutes, 29 seconds. But if not, and they are still at $400 per contract, forget about it. Let's see what happens. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All we're looking for is put prices. They better turn into 4 digits. Nope. Still in the red. No, wait, 6. Still in the red. Ah! Ah! Am I holding through the day? Hell nah. Let's get out of here. Get out of there. Get I saved some money. Come on, flatten that shit, boy. Flatten that shit. Oh, no, not 10. It's 20. There's still 10 left. 20. Flatten, motherfucker. Ah! I saved something. I went too far. There we go. Good. Now I'm in for puts for Monday. 534 puts for Monday. Let's see if they hit. Because the market's unpredictable, bro. The market is not like it was past week. Let's see if we go down today and these puts sort of do something. So yeah, I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. I'll leave and eat something from Amazon Go. Have something to munch on. Maybe a breakfast sandwich, maybe a chorizo burrito. A chorizo burrito. Yeah, Justin Bieber is dying, bro. Justin Bieber is starting to look old. He was good looking and then is going through my style of transformation. At least he has his eyebrows. What he got? Thinning hair, deep tiredness underneath the eyes, skinny, smoking weed and shit. Andrew Reynolds pulled up a signature model. Andrew Reynolds is also old as a motherfucker. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go so I can eat my chorizo burrito in peace. And I'll see you guys at 9:16. Let's see if today's puts print, because shit. We've been on a full week losing streak. All this week has been garbage. The entirety of this week has been horrible trades. Everyone, if it's, my signals are saying down, it's bullish. My signals are saying up, it's bearish. It's just, oh, peace. See you guys soon.